Welcome back to Top 10 Places. Today we've got an exciting video for all you aspiring architects and designers out there. We're taking a look at some of the most incredible mega construction projects currently being built around the world. From cities that rival the International Space Station in terms of sophistication, to sporting arenas so large they take up entire suburbs. We're counting down some incredible feats of human design. Stay tuned for our number one spot, which is a tower so tall it reaches the heavens. Oh, and before we jump into the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create amazing content. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Number 10. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, Ethiopia. Also known as the Millennium Dam or the Hidasi Dam, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is a gravity dam. You take a shot every time we say the word dam, that makes use of the strength of the Blue Nile River in Ethiopia. The dam itself has been under construction since 2011, and many would argue that it's already finished. Well, sort of. In 2022, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam produced power for the first time since its conception, delivering electricity to the country's power grid. However, the dam is nowhere near its full capacity, as the reservoir that holds the water is currently in a filling period. A period that could take up to 7 years to complete. The reservoir began filling up in late 2020, and once completely full, will produce far more electricity to the surrounding grid. While some would argue that the dam's construction has already been completed since it is currently producing some power, experts do not consider the dam fully operational until its reservoir is completely full. There's also plenty of continued maintenance that takes place while it fills, with construction teams waiting on standby to service the area. At an estimated cost of $5 billion, it is one of the largest constructions in Ethiopia, and is certainly one of the grandest mega constructions the world has ever seen. Number 9. LaGuardia International Airport, United States. New York's own LaGuardia International Airport is, without a doubt, one of the largest international airports in the world. With a total cost of around $8 billion, this massive overhaul has been one of the world's biggest construction undertakings for several years. The primary goal for this campaign is to help the world forget about the preconceived notions people have of LaGuardia Airport, which historically has had a bad reputation. The completely new LaGuardia Airport means $8 billion invested into an airy, modern, vibrant travel experience when landing in the second largest airport in New York. Travelers arrive in style with incredible amenities, enhanced security, and iconic art that makes the place feel like more of its own city than a simple airport. The newest terminal, Terminal B, even received an LEED Silver certification. In layman's terms, this means that the terminal was built to be as energy efficient as possible, while also offering travelers with the latest and greatest amenities that airports have to offer. Though the airport was technically completed in 2022, it still receives constant maintenance and upgrades, and is truly one of the best and certainly largest airports in the world. Number 8. The Samsung Semiconductor Factory, United States. In today's modern world, nearly every piece of sophisticated technology, from smartphones to computers, cars to televisions, and even more medical equipment, all rely on semiconductors to function properly. So what happens when the world can't produce all the goods that it consumes? To put it briefly, we run into a global shortage of supply, where the demand becomes far greater than the level of production that the world can handle. Samsung has developed an answer to this problem. The Samsung Semiconductor Factory began construction in late 2022 after much planning and careful deliberation. The goal for this facility and other made-in-the-USA production facilities is to allow America to contribute to global supply efforts in creating semiconductors. Around 70% of the global manufacturing for semiconductors currently happens in South Korea and Taiwan, even though the entire planet relies heavily on the technology. With US semiconductor manufacturing, North American companies will be able to rely on faster lead times and fewer disruptions to the supply chain. Basically, more semiconductors for everyone! Yay! With an impressive budget of $17 billion, the Samsung Semiconductor Factory will be one of the largest construction projects in the world for years to come. Still not impressed? The massive tower sitting at our number 1 spot is sure to blow your mind. Number 7. Dubai Land, United Arab Emirates. Dubai Land is kind of like Disneyland, only much, much bigger. In fact, once construction is complete, Dubai Land will be as large as 3 Disney Worlds. For some more reference, Disney World is as large as 51 Disneylands. Though it's mainly considered a theme park, Dubai Land is actually the development of an entire entertainment city, similar to the experience offered at Disney World in Orlando, Florida, only on a much grander scale. It's no secret that Dubai is known for one-upping Western countries with their innovative construction projects. If the most exciting piece of architecture isn't in Dubai already, you can be sure that it's on the UAE's radar. Some of the main plans for Dubai Land include theme parks, hotels, zoos, restaurants, gardens, and practically anything else you could think of that would attract global tourists. But there's a catch. Dubai Land has been under construction since 2003 and has a turbulent history of construction efforts and fundraising. This has resulted in the construction of the entertainment city to proceed at a snail's pace. In 2013, $55 billion in capital was raised to resume construction, though onlookers are still skeptical as to whether or not Dubai Land will actually come to fruition. Number 6. The California High-Speed Rail, United States. The California High-Speed Rail has garnered some serious contention for many Californians. The original proposal for the rail was to connect major city centers from San Diego to San Francisco. The idea behind the transportation megastructure has been in the air for decades, but in 2008, voters voted in favor of the rail, albeit narrowly, and $10 billion in funding was allocated. The railway is currently still under construction, though the original plans for the construction won't be coming to life anytime soon. Most of the project has been put on hold, and what was once supposed to be a $33 billion project has now been predicted to cost just short of $100 billion. What's more, the build is set to take more than a decade longer than proposed, with an estimated completion date lying somewhere in 2033. If portions of the rail continue to be stopped, it's safe to say that this deadline, a decade from now, will not be met. But for now, construction on the rail will continue between Merced and Bakersfield, California. Number 5. Evergrande Soccer Stadium, China. The Guangzhou Evergrande Stadium, also called the Lotus Flower Stadium thanks to its unique appearance, is currently under construction in the city of Guangzhou in China. The stadium was planned to provide football clubs with a world-class playing field to rival that of Tian Stadium, and is the first step in the country's effort to upgrade its football infrastructure. The Evergrande Group, one of the largest property developers in China, has plans to build up to 5 more similar stadiums across the country in the coming years. The Evergrande Stadium earns its nickname from the fact that it looks like a giant lotus flower, drawing inspiration from the endemic flower and Guangzhou's reputation as the Flower City. With a capacity of 100,000 seats, this stadium is on track to become the largest football stadium in the world, surpassing even the Camp Nou Stadium. The stadium is under construction in the south of Guangzhou, near the city's railway station. And though it was set to be completed in 2022, construction has suffered some severe delays. At over $17 billion in construction costs, this incredible stadium will surely be a sight to behold once it's finished. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Number 4. Jeddah Economic City, Saudi Arabia. Strategically lined up along the Red Sea coastline, the Jeddah Economic City's design is meant to embody Saudi Arabia's sophisticated view of what a megacity really is. The city is planned to breathe life into Jeddah's northern areas, attracting tourists, investors, and creating business opportunities that are set to break global records. The city will also be the first of its kind. Planned to occupy an incredible area of 5.3 square miles of land, the Jeddah Economic City is envisioned to reflect a new era in urban living and development, providing the city's eventual inhabitants with all the necessary amenities, residential quarters, business areas, and commercial centers, All of these necessary components include brilliantly designed units and towering structures. To accommodate its intelligent, futuristic characteristics, the city is planned to include world-leading academic institutions managed by leaders in education. What's more, in reflecting the innovation of its infrastructure, the Jeddah economic city will be supported by routing road systems, as well as smart energy-yielding sources that draw power from various sources. Number 3. Moscow International Business Center, Russia. Moscow City is the primary business center of Russia's capital, and the idea to build a massive office center near the Moskva River came about at the end of the Soviet era. The project was approved in 1991, though the concept behind the area has undergone several iterations. Construction of the Moscow International Business Center began in the early 2000s, when the Evolution, Federation, and the Tower on the Embankment buildings were built. Today, Moscow City is made up of 22 high-rise buildings that reach into the stratosphere. A hotel, offices, several metro stations, and even a shopping center. The complex also includes 2 observation decks, located on the 92nd floor of the Oko Tower and the 89th floor of the Federation Tower. Other than that, the Moscow International Business Center has a few restaurants offering incredible views, as well as a range of historic museums that offer insight into Russia's rich past. Our number 1 spot is just around the corner. You won't want to miss this. Number 2. Denmark's Energy Islands, Denmark. Denmark is currently building the world's first energy islands, which will make use of the immense resources present in the North and Baltic Seas. The islands are meant to serve as hubs to create improved connections between energy generated from offshore wind as well as energy systems in the region around the 2 seas. Basically, Denmark is building one massive power plant. The offshore wind turbines surrounding the islands will be capable of supplying green electricity, enough to power at least 5 million households. These islands mark the beginning of a new era of energy generation, aimed at creating a green supply not only for Danish electricity grids, but for those in foreign countries as well. Operating as green power plants at sea, the islands are expected to play a major role in phasing out harmful fossil fuel energy sources in Denmark and throughout Europe. The world has never seen anything like the energy islands, and they're sure to revolutionize the way the world looks at sustainable sources of energy. Number 1. Medico 118, Malaysia. After the top of this mega structure was completed, the Medico 118 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, became the 2nd tallest skyscraper in the world. The building serves as a symbol of Malaysian independence in both its name and the way that it was architecturally designed. Merdeka means independence, a culturally significant term to the people of Malaysia as the country separated from British rule in 1957. The building was designed to resemble the first Prime Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman's stature as he proclaimed Malaysian independence. Medico 118 is second only to the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, and as its name implies, features a staggering 118 floors. The building is set to be completed in 2023 and is a site that tourists and others traveling throughout Southeast Asia will want to see for years to come. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks so much for watching. As is custom for Top 10 Places, here's a little bonus fact to make your brain a little bigger. This time we're enlightening you to the world of megastructures. Did you know that the giant Pyramid of Giza was the tallest structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years? It's said to have been built using more than 2 million blocks of limestone, though nobody can agree on whether the workers lifted, dragged, or rolled them into place. Which of these megastructures was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing to the channel. And if you never want to miss another upload, click the bell icon to be notified every time we post a video. Until next time, sayonara!